Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Thursday. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. I'm Xandra, your host and the community manager of CharmVerse. And if you don't know about CharmVerse, you should. We are a Web3 community platform for managing members, coordinating tasks, facilitating decisions, and holding each other accountable. Members can sign in with crypto wallets and gain access via community tokens and NFTs. And it brings together everything you want from onboarding, payment management, proposals, project trackers, and data repositories all in one place. So please go check out CharmVerse after this. But in the meantime, I'm very happy to introduce you to Max, founder of Intropia. Hey, Max, thanks for joining me today.
Hey,
I'm
how are
doing
you?
well.
Thank you for hosting this.
What did you say?
And I love the
Oh,
song.
thanks.
I love the song.
Thanks. I love that. New band that I discovered. I'll share it with you after.
Thank
Yeah.
you very
So
much.
listeners, today we're talking about Intropia and the future of work in Web3. And you can find all sorts of opportunities in this space using Intropia. So Max is going to give us the down low on all of this. And if you've been thinking about making that move to Web3, today might be the day to do it. So, Max, first I want to say it was a pleasure meeting you, though it was very brief at ETH Denver a couple weeks ago. It's always nice to put a face to the name, especially when we do so much of our communication online, whether it's Twitter, Telegram, Discord, whatnot. So it was very nice running into you, and I very much enjoyed the talk that I heard you give.
Likewise, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
So, did you travel home? Are you still hanging in the States? Where are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm still hanging in the States. I'm in New York City. Moved for a month here, living with my cousin I haven't met for a few years. So enjoying the city and enjoying
Yeah.
relations that were abandoned for some
Well,
time.
that's great. The city's always a good place to be when you're here. And why not, if you're going to be here for ETH Denver anyway, kind of extend the trip. So that's great. So if anyone's just joining us, we're talking to Max, founder of Intropia. So Max, why don't you tell us what Intropia is all about, what you're doing over there?
So we're building this amazing free contributor platform where contributors can find all the opportunities across more than 200 organizations. So basically, we're the only place where you can find all the bounties, jobs, grants, hackathons, and events all in one place, apply in one click to all these opportunities. And the best part of it that you can also share these opportunities with your friends and followers and make some real money if some of your friends or followers apply to these jobs and get hired. So we are creating, let's say, next generation recruitment platform where we connect talent and opportunities with help of our network of referral partners.
Amazing. And we're going to dive deeper into this. But so in theory, you have a job board and it's powered by community driven referral recruitment, right? So people can earn rewards by sharing open positions or recommending candidates for a job. So how would one become part of this community?
It's free to join. Is I can't say it's permissionless yet, but anyone can join, create a profile as a professional, and then they can create their referral profile. And the best part that if you're managing a few communities, for example, you can create your personal referral account and referral accounts for each of your communities to separate these jobs and rewards from each other.
I love it. So you're not only serving the talent, the people that are looking for the jobs, but you're also helping these organizations who are looking for the talent. So both sides are benefiting here, which is fantastic. So what inspired you to create Intropia?
The actual need for talent. So I was in crypto for almost 10 years now. And last 4 years, me and my co-founder, we've been running the recruitment agency, working with Web2 and Web3 clients. And it was crazy times when there was unlimited demand for talent, but very, very limited supply. And there was no central place to for talent and companies to meet each other. So we decided to build one, and here we are with Intropia, where talent and organizations can find each other with help of community introductions.
Perfect. And Web3 is certainly up and coming. And I'm assuming we have listeners that are either looking for jobs or they have maybe startups that are looking for talent. So everyone stay tuned because we're going to get into this even more. Are you currently listing Web2 jobs on there as well? Or are you like all in on the Web3 stuff?
So we don't list any Web2 companies or startups, but obviously we list, let's say, Web2 jobs from Web3 startups. So if they're looking for a designer with no Web3 experience, we won't restrict them for sharing this job with our community. But for now, it's only Web3 companies, protocols, ecosystems, and so on.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing to note is, if someone's listening and they're looking for a job and they're thinking, I don't know Web3. I can't get in there. That's not true, right? Like there are plenty of jobs that they would be able to move into in the Web3 world and learn as they go, but that they have the skills for now.
Right, right. I'm not sure that someone who's not in Web3 wants to join Web3 as a professional. I think it's always starts with sharing Web3 values, trying DeFi or NFTs, and then seeing this amazing community and like natural desire to join the community, not as degen, but also as a builder and contribute to the growth of whole Web3 ecosystem. But yes, if you were just interested in Web3 and never had Web3 experience as a professional, you always can start gaining this experience today, and you can apply to jobs that don't require lots of the free experience, or you can start with bounties to gain experience first and then apply for full-time jobs.
That's a good point. So bounties could be a good way just to kind of like dip a toe into the Web3 space, see if it's a good fit and gain a little bit of an experience and money. That's a good point.
Right. And also add, let's say, Ethereum Foundation to your CV, which is going to be a really good point for your next employer to decide to interview you at least, and hopefully to hire too.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what this looks like for both sides. So if I have a listener that is looking for work, for a job, what does this look like? What do they need to do to start using Intropia?
So they just go to our platform. We have this amazing filters where you can find jobs for specific skill sets in specific Web3 domains like DeFi or infrastructure, or you can use search to find some specific skills or requirements that you're good fit with. So you just find opportunities you like, and then you click apply, creating your profile, adding your resume, and for all the next applications, you can do this in one click, in 2 clicks. First click is to apply, and second, after you write your cover letter for a specific job. So we automate everything besides writing cover letters, because this is something that you should do on your own.
Yeah, so it is. It's super easy, listeners. You create your profile and you can create a custom feed of job opportunities, or you can set up a custom feed of job opportunities that match your skills and your experience, and then find all sorts of opportunities, and you can track your application status, right?
Right, right. Yeah, so when you apply, you can go to your dashboard and see what's the status of this application, if you've been verified or you've been rejected. And we are doing our best to make employers to give detailed feedback, even if they reject applications.
I love that because I feel like in Web 2, you might submit applications, you never hear back, you never know where you stand. Do I need to follow up? So, really nice to be able to track that status and that you're encouraging these organizations to give some kind of feedback, yes or no. What about, let's look at it from the other side then. If you're an organization and you want to use Intropia, what does that look like on that side of things? Like if I'm a startup?
So currently, to ensure that there is no misunderstanding or anything like this, we always start with a discovery call where we present our platform, demonstrate how it works, and onboard clients in the way they, familiar to. So we start with a discovery call, then we send you some forms to fill to create your organizational profile. Then we share your jobs, bounties, grants, and hackathons. All of this is completely free, and you pay only for successful hires if you start a referral recruitment campaign. So to start this campaign, we just need to sign one document, and we after we post this job and push it to our introducer network, you start receiving lots of candidates, and dependent on which plan you chose, we either pre-screen the candidates if they fit job requirements, or we pre-screen the candidates and also jump on a quick call to see if their English level is good enough, if they are confident in whatever they claim to be confident in, and if they fit some culture requirements, and we can ask some additional questions on employer behalf, and then we pass all the pre-screen candidates to the client so they can pick who they want to interview and who they reject. And after they decide, uh, we give feedback to the talent and to the introducer on the current status of every specific application.
So you're really helping them throughout much of this process. It's not just, you're setting up the jobs. You're really helping to vet these candidates and make sure everyone matches the requirements.
Yeah, right. So for clients, for employers, we're trying to be like as familiar as their local recruitment agency, just provide better candidates faster and on more favorable terms. So we are not just pushing, sending them hundreds of irrelevant candidates. We actually make sure that they save time and money with us, not wasting it on going through the hundreds of irrelevant candidates.
That's great. Yeah, that's so helpful, time saving, and yeah, just not wasting anyone's time and just hoping that trying to make it as secure as possible that if this is going to be the right fit for both sides. I love that. So, can you share with us some of the organizations currently using Intropia?
It's gonna be a long list.
I mean, I just saw some big names on there, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to share a couple because there are definitely some large organizations that are using you for talent search?
Right. So there's more than 200 companies, organizations listed on the platform. Not all of them are uh, like our clients. Some of them we just add into the platform to make it more attractive for professionals. So maybe like half of them are aware that they are on the platform and they use it to generate candidates, and some of them are just listed there on our own, and we pass the new candidates to the recruitment team when we receive them, and trying to onboard them and make them use the platform on the ongoing basis. So for and I can list a few clients that already enjoyed our referral recruitment solution. So is P2P.org is one of the biggest institutional staking operators. Is CoinSpade, one of the biggest European Bitcoin processing companies. Is Binarix, is real world asset tokenization protocol. Is Syndicator. I think they building hybrid intelligence trading algorithm. And funny story about Syndicator. Um, it was the only ICO I invested in 2017, and it's the only ICO I lost my private keys from. So 5 years after, they became our client, and it was great to meet the guys again. Um, and we also worked with one fintech company called Underpay, and currently we're onboarding few more big names. You'll see them in a couple of days.
I'm looking forward to keeping an eye out. Yeah, it's very impressive, the organizations that are listing jobs with you. Again, listeners, we're talking to Max, co-founder of Intropia, and talking about how you can find opportunities that exist in Web3 if you're looking for work there. So keep listening. So something we touched on briefly earlier, and we call them, or you call them, introducers, and this refers to your referral recruitment system. Can you tell us a bit more about how that works?
Yep. So what we're trying to achieve is to create open recruitment market where anyone can become an introducer or a recruiter, and it's fair both for individuals and the organizations. So from we have maybe 6 7 types of introducers. So it's just contributors as me and you, who have some talented friends that we would like to help to find their like the next meaningful opportunity, and help our favorite projects to hire great people to succeed. Second type is professional recruiters. They can be freelance recruiters, or they can work for agency or the company, and basically they can use Intropia to find new recruitment jobs. And if they work for some company or the agency, they usually interview, let's say, 100 people per month, but they actually place maybe 3 of them. So remaining 97 candidates might be, let's say, downsold on Intropia for available jobs. Third type is professionals in specific niche. So, for example, when we have new Solidity engineer job posted on the platform, we go to Solidity engineers, and even if they happy with their current work, they are the best people to ask for referrals. So we leveraging this, like deep industry connections to find people that you probably won't find in any other with any other channel. And we have a few community or organization based types of introducers. So first of all is communities like Lobster DAO, Developer DAO, WGMI, and any professional communities in Web3. Second is media. We partner up with Cointelegraph. We partner up with some local outlets, and it allows them to monetize their unsold ad space. Plus, they can create valuable content for their readers about jobs and opportunities in Web3, and add their referral links to increase their revenues. Um, Another type of introducers is, let's say, products. So, for example, I cannot reveal like any names. Just an example, like Coin Market Cap. So they have this huge multi-million audience, and they can also share jobs with their users and create additional revenue stream for their um, for their treasury. So yeah, basically anyone can become an introducer. Anyone who has talented friends or talented people in their following or in their communities.
That's great. So yeah, listeners, if you're not looking to hire and you're not necessarily you yourself looking for a job, this could be another great way to get involved and help out your friends or people that you've run into to get a job in this space. So I'm curious, do you have, I mean, you list all sorts of jobs, but are there some jobs that you see available more often, like developers, community managers? Is there something right now that seems to be like what everyone's looking for?
This is actually a very interesting question. So, like 1 year ago, or 2 years ago, during the bull cycle, everyone was looking for blockchain developers and community managers. Currently, during bear market, everyone is looking for business development and salespeople to start actually generating revenue, not just building cool stuff, that no one cares about. So I see this switch to more business development and growth people. It's always very high demand for executive talent and product managers, and we don't have lots of them on the platform yet, but there's a new big uh, trend with move-based protocols like Sui and Aptos, and we expect to see lots of jobs for Move developers very soon.
Yeah, I was hearing a lot about Move at ETH Denver. I feel like lots of talks about that. So again, listeners, you heard it here first from one of the experts. I mean, business development, sales, executive talent, product managers, it's out, the jobs are out there. So check out Intropia and see if one of them suits you. Um, you mentioned it earlier too, but I just want to make sure people know it's not just about jobs. They have all sorts of events listed to kind of keep you in the know of what's going on. And that could be conferences, hackathons, workshops, meetups. Really, it's kind of like your one-stop shop for everything Web3, what's happening, jobs that are available, talent. It's definitely worth looking into. So you can see events that you might want to be attending in the future, events that are happening near you. Definitely go check it out. Another cool thing, and I'm hoping you'll give us a little sneak peek. I was chatting with Zenyan, your team, and she mentioned that you recently conducted a Web3 survey. And I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions about some of your findings, if you would share with us.
Sure.
Not everything. But so how many people participated in this survey?
So total, it was more than I think 5,000 or 6,000 people, but we had some like tricky questions to filter out the actual Web3 contributors from I don't know, airdrop hunters, because we had this NFT attached to the survey. So we, without more than 3,000 people, and there's the final report is based on 1,500 responses.
Great. And who were you targeting? Who was surveyed? How did you find them?
We were targeting any Web3 contributors that work in the space, and we were partnering up with some wallets and DAOs to share this survey. And we had like 30% of people working in DAOs, 30% people working full-time in VC-backed startups, and about 30% of freelancers and free contributors.
Great. And can you share either like the most exciting or most interesting finding or multiple findings? Any sneak peek on that?
Yeah, sure. So probably the most mind-blowing stats that we saw, we've been asking how many hours do you spend working in Web3, and how many hours you spend on research and self-education. And I think like up to 50% of people spend more than 20 hours per day, or per week, on research and self-education. And I think is something that you will never see in, I know, traditional finance, right, or almost any other industry. So this was very, very interesting stats for us. Another stats which is directly related to our value proposition, that almost 50% of participants joined Web3 through the network, through their friends, and this is another great argument why you as employer should use referral recruitment rather than job boards or LinkedIn, which contributed to maybe 10 or 15% of all newcomers joining Web3.
Wow, both of those. Though I will say the 20 hours a week of self-education kind of doesn't surprise me, knowing a bunch of Web3 people and how quickly this industry changes and new stuff is brought up, that you need to put in that extra time to feel somewhat in the know. But also really interesting that, you know, like people are being onboarded to Web3 through friends, which again makes the referral program makes so much sense.
Right.
Oh, thank you. I love that. So when do you plan to release the rest of your findings, and how can we see those when it happens?
Currently all the raw data is publicly available and open source. So you can find it in our Notion. And I believe this week, maybe next week, we're releasing the full report, like big PDF document with all the findings and our thoughts on those, and it will be shared in different big media outlets. So I think everyone will see, and hopefully you guys will share it with your community too.
Absolutely. Yeah, let us know. I'm happy to share it. Listeners, stay tuned for that because I think it's going to be really interesting to see the full report of this survey. I'm very curious. So, Max, what are you most excited about as far as the future of work in Web3?
Oh, there is lots of things to be excited about. So first of all, I love that we switch from employee economy to the contributor economy, where you take not only responsibility for the company success, but the ownership in the company or organization, and you share in this success too. So this is, I think, the biggest trend we are witness now, and I love that now. I mean, almost every one who works in Web3, they not just, attached to one company. Today you work full time here. Over the weekend you participate in hackathon to learn new technologies. Next week you invest in angel round of your friend startup. Then you take a bounty to make a quick buck, and after this you, I don't know, start a DAO with your friends to make an impact in your local community. So basically, we go from this very flat, approach to multidimensional approach where you can be whoever you want and design your work schedule and your career path to be involved in meaningful projects, make money, and have upside in the long term.
I love how you just described that. It's like a choose your own adventure, really. You're not, you're not nailed down to one thing. You're not stuck in that one role that probably many of us have felt in the past. You have so many opportunities. Like you said, you can have your side hustle and pick up some bounties. And I like how you said you can kind of be whoever you want and build what you want and collaborate with this friend over here, be a part of this DAO over there. I love that. It makes it super exciting. Just all of the possibilities that are out there. How long has Intropia been around?
So Intropia specifically been around for like 2 months because before we were called Tributor, and we rebranded in early January for a few reasons. We had just such a bad name when we started, and it was very massive for people. They couldn't pronounce, spell, remember it. So we decided to rebrand, and now we're Intropia. But in general, we started 14 months ago. We on DAO Global Hackathon organized by Aragon. But in Web3 recruitment, we are for 4 years. We run a traditional recruitment agency, and I started hiring crypto people 6 years ago as the CMO of Web3 projects, and then as the co-founder of crypto marketing agency.
Sorry, I lost my page for a minute. So yeah, you mentioned you got into crypto like 10 years ago is what you said, right?
Right.
So what kind of sparked that initial dip into Web3? Though it probably wasn't called Web3 then.
Yeah, there was Nova Free until 2018, I think. And actually, this is one of my favorite parts, that we not just reinvent ourselves, we also rebrand ourselves all the time. When I started, I've been, working in crypto, then I've been working in blockchain. Now I'm working in Web3, and I'm really, really excited to see where I'm going to work in 1 or 2 years from here. So about this story, how I started, it's actually pretty interesting. So I knew that I'm going to be a marketer when I was looking for a university to join, and I know that it's like marketing is not something you can learn in a school. So I decided to study finance, but my university wasn't like really good, let's say, and I was participating in all different initiatives and everywhere I could. And in 2013, I've been part of our academy's business incubator with the project for barter exchange of goods and services. And I don't know why. I think I was rebel even before crypto. So I decided that I don't want to use any national currency as a mean of change and as the way to find, like the value of something. So I spoke to a few very brilliant engineers on how to code our own non-national currency. And they told me that this is very, very hard and almost impossible, but I should look at Bitcoin. And then I just read the Wikipedia article, read the white paper, and just fall in love. And from there, I just started researching, and I started writing papers, translating articles, moderating the biggest local group, um, and in 2016, I wrote my thesis on Bitcoin and the future of cryptocurrency in the global economy. So yeah, it was by accident. I just learned that. So I wanted to build Bitcoin basically, but I didn't know about like decentralization, cryptography, deflation, inflation models. I just wanted to have non-national currency for my startup, and that's how I found Bitcoin. And I abandoned my startup, but I keep I keep my love for Bitcoin.
Fascinating. I love hearing how people got into Web3 because the stories are always different. But you are a true degen. I love that. And you would definitely be in that category of people that probably spent 20 plus hours a week on self-education, it sounds like.
Right. Even more sometimes.
Right. Sounds like it. So our listeners can start using Intropia today, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's live. It's fully functional. We don't have like lots of referral jobs yet. We're onboarding more this week, and sometimes you can find some bugs, or you might not get feedback or response as fast as we want it to be given. But yeah, you can find all the jobs, bounties, grants, hackathons. You can create your profile. You can start introducing your friends. And if you're hiring in Web3, the best way to start is just drop me a line, and we can jump on a call, and I will show you how it works and how you can benefit from using Intropia.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we're coming close to the end of our chat. Anything else? Any last shout outs? Anything coming down the pipeline that we should know about?
Interesting question. So I think the currently we're just looking to grow, and we're very, very interested in honest feedback from our users, and we incentivize this feedback with different OATs from Galaxy, and if you collect free OATs, you can mint your Genesis NFT. It's kind of useless now, but who knows which benefits it will bring you later. So yeah, I'm very open. I mean, like you can DM me, and I'm very responsive. So feel free to try to break it, and give us your honest feedback how we can improve it.
I love it. Yes, everyone needs feedback in this world. We just need people to tell us what you're looking to have and what you need more of. So, all right, listeners, stay tuned because the survey findings are going to be fully out there. It sounds like probably next week. Also, I'm in the process of co-writing a blog post with some of the Intropia team talking about why people should be looking to Web3 for work. So keep an eye out for that as well. Whether you're looking for jobs or you're on the other side looking for talent, or you have friends that you want to refer to jobs, Intropia is the place to be. And they believe that talented people have the power to transform the world, and they hope to give people the opportunity to find their dream job and help them reach their full potential. So if you're looking for your next career move or want to see what's out there, let Intropia be your guide. So definitely go check them out. Max is available. Make sure you click on his PFP and give him a follow. Also follow Intropia on Twitter. It's at Intropia, or you can go to app.intropia.io and find out all the cool possibilities that are out there waiting for you. So, Max, thanks so much for talking about this. I feel like we have a great group of people listening today. I'm sure some people are already checking out Intropia or definitely will to find out what opportunities are waiting for them.
Thank you very much. You're an incredible host. I enjoyed it a lot. And you're pitching Intropia probably better than me.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It's off the website. So there it is. But thank you so much. You've been a great guest and a pleasure to talk to. I'm excited to follow along the journey. And I hope we get to see each other IRL at the next conference.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And listeners, thank you for coming, and have a great rest of your day, and enjoy CharmVerse, enjoy Intropia, and let us know if we can make it better for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Max. And yeah, come back next week. We'll have another Twitter space. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for hosting.